Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is a neurodevelopmental condition characterized by social communication challenges, repetitive behaviors, and sensory differences. Neurodiversity describes variations in brain function, asserting there's no normal way to be. Rather, there's a range of ways people perceive and respond to the world. Neurodiversity can include autism, along with other conditions like ADHD and dyslexia. The neurodiversity movement highlights the need to value these differences and promote inclusivity by embracing the unique strengths and perspectives of neurodiverse people. Recently, we had the privilege of hearing from experts who are dedicated to raising awareness and fostering inclusivity for neurodiverse individuals. Autism, a prominent form of neurodivergence that affects how individuals perceive and interact with the world, often involves unique sensory experiences, communication styles, and behaviors. A few key concepts to help understand autism and neurodiversity more broadly include overstimulation, stimming, and sensory gyms.
Obviously, it will look different based on the person, but I'm going to just share personally how I feel when I'm overstimulated. When I'm overstimulated, my breath quickens. Now my body is in fight or flight response, right? Also, my vision gets kind of hazy. It kind of blurs and it's difficult for me to process what I'm seeing around me.
Yeah, so if somebody is overstimulated, some of the things that they might be feeling is very overwhelmed, anxiety, maybe frustrated. I know myself in particular, I start to get brain fog. I'll start to not be able to really finish my sentences. Other people might get angry. They might shut down where they don't say anything at all and they kind of go into a tent inside themselves, if you may.
And it's really difficult as well for people to understand because they don't know what to do. It can be as simple as this. It's not huge crisis events that create this kind of response. This is normal day-to-day life where we can have an intense response like this. I was on the way to a family holiday gathering in a car, but there was clutter on the ground in my seat. The person next to me was asking too many questions. And at the same time, I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, who's going to be at this family gathering? What are they going to talk about? What should I talk about? What should I bring up? What should I not bring up? I'm talking to myself. Somebody else was talking to me. I had all the sensory stuff. I felt paper on my feet. The music was too loud. And I had a straight up panic attack, because there was just too much going on at the same time. And I just shallow breathing. I started getting numb, from my torso up to my head. And I was starting to get agitated and temperamental because the other person couldn't understand what was going on. They're like, how do I help you? And I'm like, I need you to stop the car. And I need you to turn off the music. I need you to get the trash out of this car because I'm not going to be able to go and be a functioning being if I'm not able to ground and center myself because I'm very overstimulated.
Of course, it depends on what's going on. So, for example, in the workplace, if I see somebody is overstimulated, I might even tell them hey, when's the last time you took a break? Or, maybe had 5 minutes for yourself. Or I might even ask them when's the last time they ate? Depends on the person. Now, if they're angry and they are being aggressive, it's best to give them space. Some people will lash out when they're overstimulated. One of the things I would do when I was a teacher was just to give them space. But really, truly letting people know that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a moment to yourself.
I think space is huge. A lot of people see that and they're like, how do I solve this? What you need to do is help us feel safe. If we don't feel safe, it's just going to get worse. It can escalate. Do not ask us questions. Simply just saying, I'm here, you're safe. If there's a way we can get out of noise, if you're in traffic, you're on the side of the road, maybe find a place that has less going on. Help us breathe. If you can help kind of navigate our breathing, it's hey, you're kind of taking shallow breaths. Why don't we kind of breathe in for 3 and then release for 5? Just things like that are very helpful. And so we need that space and safety. Those are the two I would say.
So the very first one that I came across was poppets. And usually a lot of people use those and they don't even have a disability or disorder. And it calms them down, like the poppets. You push the bubble and it pops in. You could turn it over and pop it back. There's another one where fidget. Remember the fidget spinners that came out? We thought this was just a cool toy, but it was really for people who had ADHD, autism, because it's something when you hold the fidget and it's spinning around, the way it rotates, it feels like, okay, I'm kind of steady, and then it looks cool too. And then you have something to look at to calm you down. I know that my daughter plays with, remember the little slinkies? Those, come to find out, that's considered a fidget. Other sensory toys, there's so many. I feel like they all have the same common goal, which is to get you out of a stressful environment or your mindset to be in a more comfortable situation. I want to have trampolines. I want to have the quiet rooms. There's one room that I want to have that I seen at Legoland. They had a sensory room that had all the fish like above them. And then you go into another room and it was all this projector of the animals and all the colorful lights, and everything was calm. Nothing was too bright. And I was like, if I could incorporate that with having all the technology in there, making it seem like it's an aquarium, and to give it that illusion, and to have you guys playing games, but that are learning games and that are going to help you and benefit, that's what I want to incorporate. I want something that's going to challenge you, but also make it fun.
Thank you to Samantha Waters and Britney Miranda of Perfectly Puzzled, and to Lyka Ferry for their knowledge and insights. Visit their websites to learn more about neurodivergence and autism spectrum disorder.